And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Shining Force 2. I'm your host, Nick Legato. As you can see, we're still... beer can everywhere. There we go. I'm sorry, you know, I ended the last video and was in the middle of other enemies moving and stuff, and I realized a little too late that I needed to get the next video running. I was trying to organize other things here. But as you can see, we're back on track. We got hit by this nasty fella. The lesser demon hit us pretty hard. And he's about to hit us hard again with his Fire 3 spell, which is kind of a waste for them, really. But, you know, to each his own. Sorry about that. I had a major phone call of importance that needed to be done. Yeah, but we're back. And I shouldn't be disturbed too much anymore this evening. Finally, I'm free. Free at last! Well, you know how work schedules are. Everybody's trying to stiff me each way. That's what I hate about being self-employed and being, you know, not a contractor. Well, if you've been listening to my other Let's Plays, you know I'm a musician. So, and I'm a classical musician, so for me it's a lot of gig work and students. And I have to constantly, you know, fit them into the schedule. Teaching at the college and all that crap that goes with it. Why won't they let me be? Speaking of which, nature feels like it's got to call. I gotta call nature in a second here. I did not prepare very well for this episode. I had to use the bathroom. I had to take a phone call. And I had to mess around with my scheduling book. It's like a triple whammy. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Oh man. Nothing like frickin' making room. Whew, I must have dropped a good 10 pounds. It was pretty much World War III. And there goes May. Bye, May. We'll see you later. That's okay. We'll make up for it soon here. It's better than them killing Bowie. Since Bowie's pretty hurt right now and still hasn't had a turn yet. There we go. Or at least Sarah. There we go. Healing. And there she goes. He hit level 27. She's keeping ahead of the wolf pack here as far as levels go. See if we can get Bowie a level from this enemy's inevitable death here. Anyway, I wanted to make a comment too. I have gotten to level 40 with these characters before. You can actually do it before Grand's Island. I don't care what anyone tells you. It can be done, and you can get the more than one experience point to do it. Just a heads up. And if you haven't figured that we were going to return to Grand's Island, you're an idiot. At some point we obviously will. This game is designed that way. I mean, the story is designed that way. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So it is possible to get your characters to 40 before that point, and before the final stretch of the game. And it's interesting, too, when you think about it, because, yes, you can actually get them there. This is going to do nothing. You can actually get them there, and it's so, again, but here's the deal. I've waited that long to promote, and I kind of regret waiting that long to promote. And the reason why is just because when you're level 1 in this game, when you promote to level 1 of the new class that you are. And because you're level 1 of that new class, every enemy at level 40 gives you max experience, 50 experience. Okay, well, here's the catch. By that last stretch of the game, every enemy is giving me 50 experience. Okay, that's cool. The problem that makes it uncool, the thing that makes it uncool is that, and somebody's trying to figure out how is that uncool, is that you are less battles. And if you want to be one of those people who really don't want to repeat battle after battle after battle, level 30 is really where you want to stop. Or 30 is really where you want to stop. Because if you promote at 30, and I'll show you where we're going to do it, but when we get to that juncture, it's going to be the best place to promote, hands down. Mostly because we're not wasting time repeating battles in order to level, and you probably have to repeat a lot of battles just to get to those higher levels anyway. So, you know, there's also that aspect of it, too. see, so it's Tyrion's turn. We gotta get Tyrion up. He's not really catching up quickly here. We'll get him up, though. Oh, yes. We will. Fool. Alright, Slade. Tyrion's really hard to get. Like Karna is really hard to work out in the beginning. They all struggle pretty hard in the beginning. But they make up for it in the end, and I mean that in a big way. Speaking of big ways, here comes a big incident. Lesser Demon, Fire 3. Ow! And Jaha, slow as sin. Luckily we can reach. At least give him something. Nice. Alright, Chester can reach, so let's go ahead and let him do that. The other thing I like about waiting to promote my knights is that they still keep those spears. And so many times I hate when I go to that lance and it's just I don't have that reach anymore. So it's nice. And Peter doesn't need a level really at the moment, so we're not going to bother with him too much. And see, as you can see, Tyrion, with no matter what he has, he still lacks that long ice spell reach. If you played other Shining Forces, you know what I'm talking about. Since he can't reach, there's no point. Oh god, Eric's falling far behind too because he can't reach as well. We're gonna have to make sure that Elric gets some kills near the end of his battle here, some good ones, because that's a character you don't want to fall behind too much. This is probably gonna do nothing to him damage-wise, but every little bit helps. And that's odd. See, he's fire-based. I would think he'd do less damage, but what do I know? Goes to shoot what I knew. And Gernholt's behind pretty badly too. He should probably be able to get the kill. There he goes, and he'll level from it. There we go. Gernholt and Peter are definitely characters you want to wait to promote too, just because of one aspect. If you wait to promote them, they will consistently get very, very high stat boosts as they progress through the game. And they don't need weapon boosts, so technically you could take them to level 40 if you wanted to, and there wouldn't be a lot of difference. The only difference being that their stat boosts would be slightly different when they promote. They actually get different effects when they promote, so they level up differently, one would say. But the idea is that they'll level up even faster if we wait. So that's usually why I love waiting for promoting. So which is why I'm consistent. I'm going to be consistent with my thesis. Excuse me, and stay with my idea. Not to promote until later in the game. Oh no! Ouch. My vengeance will be swift and merciless. But that's probably not the best way to be merciless, but I don't know. Can he be reached by those other guys? His movement is 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he'd reach. And cast Blast level 3 on me. Skeleton is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He won't quite reach. Well, yeah, he'll reach. So we don't want any of that going on, but we're not egressing from this battle, so we may as well do something with Bowie, such as dispersing the shocker. There we go. Didn't get any MP though. Dang. I was hoping for some MP. MPage. Freeze didn't seem to do a lot of damage as much as fire seems to do to these enemies, so let's try that. 9 to, well, not much different really. Okay, well, that was a bad idea then. Uh-oh! Incoming! Like, it's in counterattacks, that's just kind of funny. Let's see, and actually, Elric should be able to kill the Lesser Demon on our right here. His turn should come up in time to do it. Better. I'll start killing people. I'll start firing shots from the bell tower, man. 3 damage! But that's because she can't equip the new weapon. She'd actually be pretty capable of hurting somebody, but let's have Peter start on the Dark Sniper since he's probably the only one that can reach. Uh-oh. So let's see. Elric can reach and he'll get the kill if he doesn't screw it up. There we go. Should level him. Yep. His agility's going up pretty high. Ouch. You bastard. Now Kazin will extract his revenge on the lesser demon, usually in the form of rage. Here we go. Rage completed. Let's get Slade up on in there. See if we can... Even though he's almost dead, he may just die. May as well just let him die anyway. Let's go ahead and let Chester pick off the sniper here, so that way he doesn't get a turn. Peter's hurt, but like I said, I don't care if he dies. The bigger reason I don't care is too is because he will recover himself. He recovers after every battle anyway. You don't ever have to pay for him. Pay for his recovery. His recovery is free! Free! Bowie out to the wings here. Oh, he can't reach, but he can reach that. And since, you know, he really kind of needed that, so I'm glad we got that in there. Alright, all that's left is just a few little morsels to kill. Now, there are many ways to play this game, but we'll discuss that at the end of the game. No reason to ruin all the goodies now. And we're hitting and hitting and hitting. Oh, and he still can't reach. Even with the running shoes, he can't reach. God dang it. Let's go ahead and hit him with freeze. Would be probably stronger than fire too. Just having so much trouble leveling Tyrion right now. He's, like I said, he starts off real hard to level, and you really, all you can do is just hope for the best. He doesn't even take damage well, as you can see. So I'm probably going to have to use somebody's healing item on him. Can Kazinian reach him? No, but let's go ahead and give this medicinal herb to Chester. And on Chester's turn, Chester can do it. Just put Geralt there. I don't want to kill that last enemy, because that last enemy up top will pretty much mark the end of the battle. What has he got? 13? Perfect for mages to kill, so we'll let them do it. There we go. Well, it won't keep him alive another hit, but at least it'll do some help. Because here comes trouble with a big SK, with a big skeleton name on him. And we are dead. That's okay. Tyrion will add a little bit to our flavor here by using a double whammy, though the ice won't do much on the skeleton, but that's kind of what I want. Yep. Skeleton's got 1 hit point left and he still hasn't leveled. Oh my god, he's far away too. Urgh. Fine. Wow, even with a critical 1 point of damage. For shame. Yeah, and Tyrion's down. No, we tried. That's okay. We'll do it better next time, because then we can solely focus on him. We don't even have to worry about the others. I'm surprised the Archbishop, or Dark Bishop, isn't healing. That's actually my biggest surprise. He won't heal him and himself and the skeleton, but he probably figures resistance is futile. Let's get Jaha the kill here. Oh, come on. There we go. I was gonna say. Let's go ahead and start this here. This nonsense here. Road, yes. Can we remove those rocks? Let me try. Uh-oh, something's knocking at the door. There we go. Alright. Ready? Fire! Now go to North Promechia. Oh god, Rhoda's getting hard on over it. You don't say. So Rhoda, the Brass Gunner, has joined our force. So Brass is actually technically Rhoda's our first promoted character. Against our will. He's also, in my opinion, the worst archer. He is an archer type, obviously. But we do have a promotional item that will turn other characters into Brass Gunners. So, a little heads up for you. Now we're going to regress out of this battle before it goes on for a little too long here. So give me a second. Come on. Bowie's turn. But yes, we picked up a promotional item called the Silver Tank. And ironically, the Silver Tank actually promotes you to the Brass Gunner status. Now, Brass Gunners have positives and negatives. And the negatives kind of outweigh the positives. Brass Gunners hit harder than all of the other archery classes. They do, hands down. Wow, how I ended up way back here is beyond me. Okay. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Brass Gunners. Brass Gunners, probably because I'm not really saving through this game. That's probably why my spells are going so... why I'm being teleported so far away. Anyway, Brass Gunners hit harder. They have better defense than normal archery classes. However, they lack agility and movement. Their movement goes from 6 to 5. And they're, you know, and Rhoda is probably the worst Brass Gunner you can get. But as you can see, 55 to 51, he hits a little harder than our other archers. That movement is just bad. And look at that agility, 24 to Mace 29, and better than that, Elric's 30. But he does have better defense than both archers too. Elric actually has better defense and agility than May, whose attack is 1 point better. So actually, Elric is starting to catch up. Definitely starting to catch up. Now he does lack the movement of... He does have a similar movement as Rhoda, but that's not that bad, really. His movement isn't a big deal because of the range. But like I said, Brass Gunners take a big hit on agility. And agility, in my opinion, is important. Your characters need to take turns quickly. And sometimes it can be a matter of who gets to move next. It can be what deciphers that you winning or losing a battle. So it is important to keep that in mind when in battle. So I usually stick with... I usually keep Rhoda out of the party because, again, he's also, in a sense, many levels lower than our current characters as well. Though his attack will continue to rise... Oops, I'm sorry, I'm going the wrong way. Though his attack will continue to rise, his agility never will very much. He will be the last to move on many occasions. So I'm not a big fan of Rhoda. That and other characters will hit harder later in the game. So that's why I almost never even promote anybody to Brass Gunner. I end up either selling it or using it on Janet just for laughs. But it's really up... It's, again, the choice is yours. You know. So go with whatever you want. But if you're going to invest in a Brass Gunner, make sure they have a running pimento used on them and the quick ring. And that will make them effective. That will actually make them effective, but I know other characters who would benefit from those items separately. And then you could have two really good characters rather than one really good character, so you're better off just doing it that way, realistically. Let's keep moving here. And what's usually going to end up happening is we're going to get rid of one of our archers. Or one of our knights. It's very debatable which one we get rid of. Usually I get rid of May. And I substitute May for Karna. Because we can come back and get Karna later. And Karna power levels herself up really fast. So it's not like it's... it's not like it's hurting her to, come in so late in the game at level 24 unpromoted. You could actually power level her without even fighting enemies. She can sit there and just keep casting boost over and over again until she's, caught up to everyone in like 4 or 5 battles. No, it's more than that, but I mean, it feels like only 4 or 5 battles, actually. But yeah, usually we do get rid of either one. Usually there's a centaur that leaves the party, because centaurs are constantly affected by terrain. And because they're constantly affected by terrain, their usefulness seems to dissipate. They can't keep up with some of the other characters. But like I said, I'm more likely to keep 2 centaurs, because centaurs hit harder and they can absorb hits better. And Mei's still one of those characters that's kind of squishy, even after promotion. So, as I was saying before, I tend to dump Mei. So just be prepared for that. But I don't pick any of the new characters we get from now on are usually optional. I don't always use them. But however, if you promote it early, they actually may be good. They may be good options if you promote it early. So it's something to consider. If they ever remake Shining Force 2, like in 3D or something, I will actually play a low-level promotion game just to play through it. And I will do it that way. But this is how usually I play this game, and it's been always very effective. Take that, you bastard. Alright, let's see. And, of course, Sarah can't really reach anything, but that's okay. Peter will probably kill that Dark Sniper, which is kind of not what I wanted to do. But we're still getting max experience for it, so we're almost ready to promote. Almost ready to promote. Probably do it in the next battle just to get it over with. Ouch. Jaha got hit pretty hard there. So will Rick. Ouch. Let's see, what was I doing? Let's get Bowie up on the skeleton here. Mei. But the reason I usually keep Mei up is because we need to see who statistically is better to dump. You know, but that's really where it's going to come down to, is who statistically is a hindrance to the party, where a priest could come in and just kick serious ass in all areas. So that's what it's going to come down to, and the game almost is designed to do this, and you'll see why. The game almost as if predicts that you were going to play the game this way and enjoy it and have a very powerful party. Because also keep in mind too, we've only had one mage character through the whole game, but we've doubled up on a lot of other things. The only things we haven't doubled up on before that point, we have 2 centaurs already, so having Eric is kind of obnoxious. We have 2 pretty strong melee characters already. We have Slade and Jaha, but more importantly, we have Jaha and our hero as strong melee attackers, with Gernholt even up there as well. So it's almost kind of as if you don't need. And Peter's pretty strong too, so it's almost like you don't need Randolph as well. So it's really our choice between the mage, the mage and the priest. And realistically, there's even a reason to go with the mage over the priest early on. Number one, it's hard to level Tyrion. It's really hard to level Tyrion, unless you're doing it at this point. If you try to come back to Creed's Mansion and try and do it, it's just asking for trouble. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be easy either. It's actually going to be kind of painful to try and get your characters to level that way. And doing that would be painful too, so we'll do that. So there's no reason to not go with Tyrion. I can't see a flaw with going with Tyrion. The benefit is, though, you have 2 healers, whereas you can see in that last battle we could have used 2 healers. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Alright. And Mei's movements is bad, almost as bad as Eric's is, just because of the characters, because the effects of movement on each characters are different. Surprisingly, Peter's level 28. Yay! Let's see. I don't care if Bowie levels faster than everyone. He needs to level the quickest here. So him getting kills like that do not bother me whatsoever. Who does need healing? I know Chester needs some, so let's give it to him, and Bowie does too. Shoot, all she needs to do is, you know, kill 10 enemies, you know, heal 10 times, and she'll level. Let's go ahead and move north. The lesser demon will come get us. There's only one item to pick up, but we'll get that after the battle. Oh yeah, Rick needs to be healed too, so let's keep him out of harm's way for the moment. We'll put Gernholt up as well. And Chester can go out now. He needs to be healed, so let's put him and Rick together. And I think this is actually one of the last cave battles that we'll ever do, which is cool. Cave battles are cool, but they are kind of obnoxious, the fact that you can't see where you're going, and it really isn't much of a hindrance, because if you really want to see where you're going, you'll just scan around the screen between every turn. So if anything, they're more annoying than practical. They're more annoying than interesting. It's a practical option if you want a challenge, but we're going to heal Bowie last, because he's not going up in the front lines right now. It's really Jaha and Rick who need to get to those front lines and do some damage. Gotta get Elric up there too. There. You can see Slade can reach an enemy, but is he coverable? No, this lesser demon will come and annihilate Slade. So let's just put him out a little bit, followed by leaving Chester right about there to draw the Chester's got high HP, so he's a wizard's worst nightmare. And the lesser demon's more likely to throw that Fire 2 or Fire 3 spell. He's more likely to throw the Fire 3 spell, which for Chester, he can just shake that off pretty much, because it's not going to do enough damage to make it threatening to him. Tyrion's up. Can he actually get up there and do something constructive? Yeah, he can put an enemy to sleep. Well, and we're assuming one of these other guys will have a turn by then, but we'll have him do something. He's going to be the hardest one to get to 30. I can already tell. But once we get him there, it'll be easy. It'll be smooth running from there. Just gotta get him there first. Incoming sniper. Now, oh, surprisingly, the undead chose to pick on Chester. Mainly because I'm sure that lesser demon's got something in store for him. So let's try and see if we can heal Chester with some long-range healing. I know we're not getting Rick, but we don't want Chester to die, really. It's not that he doesn't really need to die. Here comes trouble. And that's what I was kind of concerned about. And it's going to hit Tyrion too, which I'm not going to be happy with. Ouch. Now you gotta get it, Bobby. Let's put in something between Tyrion. That way it should be safer. Have Elric try and... Yeah, he's not going to do much damage to a skeleton. Better than the swift kick to the testicles. May is up, and as usual, cannot reach anything. Surprisingly, Eric was further back, and Elric was further back, and he still could get up there. The Raging Kazan can't do much of anything either. We really got to get by that skeleton. So let's put Slade up there. He'll hurt that Dark Sniper, no problem. My other big concern, though, is that since we can't hit the Dark Sniper with much of anything, will he move out of the way to kill Tyrion or not is going to probably enrage me. That means more work I got to do with Tyrion until he learns a level 3 spell. So what I'll do is have Chester try to kill off the Dark Sniper. That's sweet. And that'll keep the Dark Sniper from killing Tyrion. And Tyrion can actually, very good chance Tyrion can kill off the... yeah, he'll be able to kill this skeleton here and probably level from it. You gotta be shitting me. He didn't level? He's gotta be like 1 experience point away. Really? I miss something? Maybe he leveled and I didn't notice. Okay. Let's go ahead then and have her heal Tyrion since he needs it. And we gotta make sure we can block in that lesser demon before his turn comes up, because it's coming up. He must have leveled and I forgot. You know, it didn't just, it wasn't coming up, it came up, and Elric's gonna hit pretty hard for it. Luckily, when the lesser demons are gone, this battle kind of mellows out a little bit. Go ahead and have Peter get him from behind. He doesn't need the experience, but he's the only one that I have that can do that right now. Alright. Nothing like weakening the enemy for easy kills for my archers. Die. And we are victorious! Level 27. Woohoo! Anytime. So we're gonna need some healing moved around here. Move Slade up and Geralt up a little bit. We'll make sure we try to get Tyrion a kill. That would be nice. He deserves a kill right around now. Speaking of kill, there's lesser demon sneaking up from behind here. So we're going to want to be aware of that. Jaha up here. And Elric needs to get away from that lesser demon or he's toast. Look at that reach. Too bad it doesn't do Tyrion any good right now. And here they come. Look out, Peter! Oh, he dodged. And he countered attack. Nice. That's the best strategy. That's the best thing that can happen to you. Alright, who needs really bad healing? Chester and Rick are fine. Elric took a thrashing from that lesser demon attack. And he's more likely to be killed off quickly, so let's heal him. Yay! Freaking sweet. Okay. Anytime, boys. Oh, you're kidding me. You bastards! We're almost done with this map, though, so that'll work out for us, too. Eat this, you undead bastard. Oh, yeah! Send Chester down there to pick a fight with a... Actually, if we leave him here, he should draw the attack of the Big Ugly, known as the, you know what his name, known as the Lesser Demon. So he should draw out that demon to attack him, which is what I'm hoping for. Luckily, the Dark Sniper, Peter's drawing the Dark Sniper fire, which is good. Let's get Geralt in there and get him a kill. Float like a butterfly, sting like rage. And there we go. Alright, let's get Slade up on this Dark Sniper here. And if we can drop him enough so Tyrion can get the kill, everything will work itself out very nicely this battle. But I think his turn's actually coming up real shortly here. And we're under attack. Oh no, hide the children. Now, luckily, we have lots of strong characters down below to deal with him, including Elric. Does great against flying enemies. Jaha's loitering around. We may as well put him to work. Nice. Talking about rage kill. All right. Let's see. Do we want to weaken? He might actually kill the sniper doing this. Yeah, he did 24. Jeez. Not really what I wanted Peter to do, but you know, he can't. Sometimes you just can't help it. So we'll work on this guy here. Tyrion will probably use that. There we go. Damage isn't a lot, though. I was actually hoping for more. Let's go ahead and heal Chester. There we go. Yay! No new spell though. That's what I always hope for, is she learns a new spell. And Elric will finish off the Lesser Demon, which makes him thus a lesser threat. Oh boy, yay! And he's healing himself. What a pussy. That's okay. At least now I can try and get it so Tyrion can finish him off. We'll just stick him right there. May as well hit him with a level 3 fire spell. Fire! And actually, between Slade and May, they should be able to lower him weak enough that Tyrion can pick him off. Oh yeah, that's pick-offable. That's even a word I can use. So, on the next episode of Let's Play Shining Force 2, a town with a bunch of signs in it telling people what they can and can't do. Interesting. Kind of sounds like the country I live in. Oh, and it has several states and oh man, states of confusion, that is. And states of fail. And so we will see you on the next episode of Let's Play Shining Force 2. After we kill this Dark Bishop with rage. Level? Yes! Finally. I didn't learn a spell though. Dang it.